Hello all, it's that time again. It's been a while since I've played a bot. The next one up is Juan, who is rated 400. Juan thinks he's a great chess player, but he hasn't studied the game very much. Tried to prove him wrong. So we will choose Juan. I don't mind black or white. Playing as white. We'll keep it principled. We'll try and control the center, develop early, castle. I've always heard that you should take the center with both pawns if you can. It never works out well for me. But do I try it and figure it out against a potentially weaker opponent? Let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? I can lose. We lose and we learn. So that looks like a free pawn, but I end up doubling up my pawns. But it is a central pawn, and I think we should take it if it's there to be taken. We'll figure out if that's wrong. So he attacks my pawn, defend that pawn. That pawn's pushing. I don't know if it's going to cause a problem, and I think I'm meant to stop the progress of that particular pawn with my H pawn. However, if my H2 pawn does block it, it's then being attacked by the queen, and I believe my knight on F3 will then not be able to defend both, and I will get stuck. So what do we do? I think we add another defender to the pawn, which would be the bishop, I believe. We can try that, see how we get on. Okay, now I can stop the H pawn progressing, I feel. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. So I will continue to develop my knight. Sounds like a wise decision. Let's do that. Okay. So I want to develop my bishop next, my light squared bishop. I would have wanted to put it on c4, but I can't. So I will put it on d3. It does block the queen, which I'm not excited about. I could put it on b5, stopping his, or yeah, essentially pinning that d pawn. So let's go there. Okay. So that is a second attacker on my H pawn, but it is defended twice, so I'm okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm thinking, what side am I going to castle on? Because king side's looking a little bit weak, admittedly. Which is upsetting. Okay, right. So I want to move the queen, castle queen side, or just castle king side. I don't know what is better, or am I just deliberating over something that's way above my my rating level or my level of understanding. I'm gonna castle queen side because it looks safer to me. So we'll move the queen up. Let's move the queen to, say if I was going to go to d3, but then the c pawn can just push and attack her, and she'll have to move. So do I just go to d2? Or do I get super aggressive and go to d5? How does d5 work? d5, it's not really a move, is it? I can't attack anything from there. She feels a little overextended. So I guess d2 is the move. Feels super passive, but let's do it. Okay, so nothing's changed there. I can now castle. Oh, that puts my rook on the d file, which is, I believe, is a good thing. Let's do that. Okay. Am I taking that knight? Where's the knight going after there? It's probably going to go to g4. Can I prevent that? Can I prevent g4? Because that's quite a good square, because it will be protected as well by the h pawn. This is getting interesting. What do we propose as a course of action? Do I move my c3 knight to d5, because that bishop and queen batteries is giving me stress? Is that the move? Or do I just take... How strong is that dark squared bishop? Mine. Do I just take the... If I take the knight and the rook takes... I don't know if the rook ends up being in an awkward square. Well, we know the king can't castle kingside, so that's something. Can we... I can't take advantage of that at the moment. So I will... I can't prevent that knight move to g4, which is annoying. Because I want to bring my h rook into e1. So it's not fantastic there, to be fair, looking at my doubled pawns. So I will... What would I do? What is a good move? Good job I'm not playing a timed game. It'll take forever. I think doubling my pawns in the centre is looking more and more like a bad idea. I'm yet to feel the benefit of that. This is quite the quandary. Do I move the... This is not that difficult, surely. Surely it's not that difficult. Or do I put my knight on g5? Potentially adding pressure to the f7 pawn, but there's... Oh, actually, if I go there, I'm attacking the rook. If the rook goes back... I could... Is it fried liver? Is it fried liver if I then get the knight into f7? Yeah, that knight move doesn't look too bad, and if it's been protected twice and attacked twice, so that's not a problem. Yeah, let's try that. It's probably a bad move because it moves me away from attacking the center. But I still cover... No, I'll only end up covering one central square. let's go there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, when that happens, we go back. Nothing crazy there. Do we go back or do we just go? I'm tempted to just. Oh, if I go to C4, to again put pressure on the F7 square. I forgot that knight is still protecting it. So now, do I go and exchange up by taking the rook and losing the bishop? That is interesting. Is that a thing? Should I do that? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that and see what happens. Okay. He didn't take the bishop. That's fine. I think that's just a lower rating thing. So now I'm definitely moving this bishop to... It'd be good to get this queen involved. I'm really struggling here. Let's get this bishop out of danger. Am I going to go back? Because the pressure on F7 is no longer required. So let's just go back and continue to pin. So if I go back to A4, his B pawn then goes to A5. I then move my bishop to B3. Then his pawn goes to C4. And I can't remember what the trap's called, but it's not nice. And so that's what I need to avoid. So let's just go straight to, let's go C4. Let's go C4. Okay, that wasn't great. Pawn. Yeah, pawn was indeed hanging. It was indeed hanging. Okay. Okay. So now do I just attack the bishop? I do, don't I? That must be the course of action required. That must be what we do here. Surely. Okay. Okay. So, at what point do I start? Trading down, getting pieces off the board. So now his pawn's on, his H pawn is now hanging. Do I just take that for good measure? I feel I do. Let's do it. Okay, there's almost a back rank mate in the mix. Now, where do we go next? Oh, if I go pawn to F3, chasing that knight around, that could be good for me. That could be good. I think it is. I am going to have to start trading and just getting the king's position a bit more open. Because there's a lot of threats there, but nothing I can take full advantage of. Right. So now that's a free piece. Now well, it's not a free piece, so is it? I don't know. Let's just take. Okay, now it's crumbling. Now we can take the bishop. And now we have to think about conversions of the position. So I'm thinking, how do we get the... I want to get the knight out and the rook on the back rank safely. So. If I move the bishop, dark square bishop to I'm tempted to just get the knight down to g5 to open up that back rank. I assume that, yeah, and now I start get a decent exchange. There we go. Okay, that I can live with. And now queen to d6 should help. I think that's the name of the game. And then bishop d5. That was not my plan. But I can check with the queen. And then take that pawn. Yeah, because the knight isn't guarded. Okay, maybe now I can move the rook across. And I believe that's it. No. Ugh, almost. One more, as far as I'm aware. Wunderbar. I made very hard work of that. One mistake, game report. Must be when I lost my pawn, my H pawn. I did not see that. Okay, let's have a look. Smooth, you had the advantage from the start to finish. Let's have a look at the analysis. I'll have to go through it to find out. I wasn't happy with that double pawn. I wonder what I was supposed to do. Oh, that's actually the best move. Okay, protect the pawn. That was his mistake. Oh, I should have brought the knight out. See, my concern was that pawn would keep pushing. Guess I could have just gone to h3 if it'd gone down anymore. Okay. Wow. Develop early is the best course of action. Yeah, I could have gone for that. I just wasn't confident bringing the knight away from the center. I'm always apprehensive. He really wanted me to put it there. G5 was best. Do I look at the analysis to see why? This goes back. Plus 5.2. And both knights go out there. Okay. You're suggesting an inaccuracy. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not even going to consider that. Right. Back to the way the game went. He really wants me to put that rook there, that knight there. And the knight on g5. Really wants me to attack his rook. Okay. Okay. I'm likely to see that in the game. C4 was best. Inaccuracy. Yeah. I guess. Two defenders. On that square, maybe. See, if I went there, if I put the bishop there, I just imagine the... Actually, yeah, if the pawn went down to attack, I'd take with my pawn, my e-pawn, and his pawn structure on the king side would have been terrible. Maybe something to consider. Oh, wow. I should have taken the knight. I just imagine that would have opened up the queen. Queen takes, king takes. Yeah, the king's position wouldn't be that great after that. Here's a mistake. Best move, good, get out of there. Okay, g3 was the best move, but I also could have taken the knight. You really wanted me to take that. Yeah, open up that king position. I see that a lot, that I should actually take the knight on the H file to just open up that position. It really is a good idea. Because, yeah, I could then just get the queen across and then we're cooking with gas. Okay. Okay. I opted to chase the knight out, but queen to d5 was the best move. Yeah, threatening a checkmate. That would have been a good idea. That would have been a really good idea. That would have been a great move. But he blundered there. It's fine. I should have taken with the knight. Wow. Yeah, I should have taken with the knight because that opens up the rook to the back rank. Passing up mate in 7. Oh, mate in 7 still there. Mate in 4. Should have. Wow. Oh yeah, because I could have. I missed the opportunity to queen. Are you serious? That's insane. That's what happens when you're hungry for material. Queen takes. Again, move the queen up there. The queen was very passive in this game. I just don't know when I'm meant to be pushing her forward, to be honest with you. It's something that needs to be learnt, studied, one or the other. So it was difficult to go wrong here. Mate in 3, I feel it took me more than 3 moves. She went there, I took... Oh, that would have been a good move, wouldn't it? That would have been a great move. See, that's what happens when you're just looking at taking pieces of higher value. You're just blind to any other option. I imagine that will cost me against the later bots. I should have gone there again, missing the opportunity to mate. Wow. Wow. It's like I do 0 tactics training. Oh, I should have taken. I always miss that. Whenever I get forked by a pawn, my mind goes blank. And I did not even see bishop takes. It didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even cross my mind. That's ridiculous. I should have moved the... Yeah, if I moved the rook over and he took the knight. Queen takes the f6 pawn. Let's check. Mate. Okay. Definitely went the long way about it. Then the bishop comes down. Christ. Key. Okay. Well, there you have it. There you have it. I got there eventually. It wasn't easy. But we got there. We won. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate the game. Until next time.